All right, let's try this a little bit differently now. What up, what up, what up? What's up, homie? Hope you're having a good day today. Decided that I'm gonna try live streaming from a different angle. What do you think? Do you like this better? Warm that up a little bit. Right now I'm making another ball cap for Wody. Wody won the giveaway in yesterday's live stream. So he liked the opaque greens, and I had two. I have the mint and I have the jade. I just put up the jade. Wody, if you're here and you feel like you want, you know, a mint, not a problem, dog. I got you. Appreciate that, homie. Yo, Jesse, what do you think? You like this better? I think one of the big differences is supposed to be that it's not going to be in like the vertical shorts, so a lot less people will see it. All right, do me a favor. Let's try to blow this up in the stream a little bit in the first like go of it. Smash some buttons for me. Hit that thumb. You know, let's try to blow up the interactions as much as we can so it gets that initial bump. Much obliged, much appreciated. Right, that's flared open. Do you? Why, are you on your phone? It's like one of the things is, so why not flip the phone sideways? You don't think it's like a better view, like it encompasses more? What's good? What's good? Yo, yo, Fountain City fingerboards, they ripped me off, bro. I was the first person to introduce a Whip Connect to E-rigs. God damn. See, that's part of the thing that gets me so, it's like, what does the history matter if, like, nobody frickin' knows it? What glass blowers you see give me them props like that publicly? I made the Whip Connect. ZC Glass, 2018. No glass blower wanted to fuck with Puffco because it was China, right? Except for me and my buddy. So we made the first glass attachment and cap for the Puffco Peak, right? Then Eternal Quartz was making inserts. IDAB Glass was up in it, right? And then we see a trend starting to form, right? Then the Carta comes out. Everybody hates on the Carta because they say it's a knockoff of the Puffco. Carta is getting a ton of hate and the device wasn't good, right? So my buddy and I come in there like to the rescue and we start doing glass for their stuff also, and because we're the only people doing it and it's so hype, right? They're becoming cool and accepted in the community also. And pretty much everything almost I've introduced into the space has been knocked in some way, shape, or form. So like, bro, that is like a knife to the freaking heart to hear that they knocked off MJ Arsenal. Like, what? And I'm not gonna pretend that MJ Arsenal did not know that I had that out for a long time. And they're not the only ones to knock it off either, dude. Sneaky Pete Vaporizers had knocked off a bunch of stuff. We could go on and on and on, dude. You're like, God damn, I did that like for almost every single device. And it sucks to have to say it out loud. It feels like cheesy, super cheesy to say out loud. You know, almost like fishing for compliments or something like that. But like, that's real, bro. That is real history. I find a lot of the things I see to be way less impressive because it's really not that original. It's like, who could be the first person to do what I did now for the devices if you could beat me to do it? Or if you're doing something like really artistic, and I have no candle to that, dude. So for me, it's not even like the business, it's like the history and the weight of the contribution. Like, they're making a ton of money with that, right? Way more money than I'm making with my Whip Connect. Like, not even close. Like, every smoke shop that carries a simple American dry top or simple American bubble caps or what have you should be rocking Zach Harrison design. See, but it seems like the history doesn't really mean anything to a lot of people. As soon as that Instagram page disappears, and even before then, bro. So that's why you always have to try to stay ahead and keep introducing new things and keep reinventing, you know, yourself, and you can't let things beat you down. You gotta adapt to the situation. So that's one of the things I've been trying to figure out. How can I make as much money as these other people make off of, you know, versions of my ideas? How do I do that? Hell yeah, I'm proud of what I've done, bro. Almost all glass blowers in America eat off of shit they make for e-rigs. And I kickstarted that with my boy. Like, so many people eat off of iterations of shit. Like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm proud of that. That doesn't pay the bills. So there's definitely not going to be the same type of viewership, it seems like, in these streams. Let me see if I can see some analytics for this right now. All right, let's do another one. Figured it could make a good video though, like a landscape video. I have a video that's a couple minutes. Excuse me. All right. Good experiment.